I'm going. Hey guys, it's Allie. Welcome to my life of stripes. Today I'm going to be explaining why I started this video of welcome to my life of stripes. I have something called Ehlers Danlos Syndrome, or EDS for short. It causes your joints to pop out of place. EDS is a genetic disorder that causes your collagen to be faulty. Collagen is like glue that holds your joints in place. EDS, our collagen, is like glue and it's watered down. One of my friends once explained it in the funniest of ways. When you have faulty collagen, it's like you're wearing yoga pants and your fat, your joints, and everything else wants to fall out. But with a normal person, it's like you're wearing skinny jeans. It all stays in place. EDS also affects a lot of other body parts. It affects the GI system, the heart, the spinal cord, and so much more. So why stripes? It's because each EDS patient is a zebra. Why a zebra, you ask? Well, in medical school, doctors are taught to listen for hoofbeats, which is a metaphor for symptoms. Doctors don't think zebras, which are more rare, such as EDS and so much more. Zebras are the mascot of EDS because just as no zebras have the same stripes, no patients have the same symptoms. Now that I have explained EDS in my point of view, I'm going to be bringing in one of my closest friends to let them explain their point of view of EDS and how me having EDS affects them. Oh, and EDS also comes with superpowers. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh! Hi! How did that happen?
Oh, I don't know. I guess these are superpowers. Superpowers. Hi, I'm Kaylee.
This is Kaylee.
I'm one of Allie's closest friends.
Best friend. Yeah. I'm going to interview my best friend, Kaylee.
I almost your hands felt weird.
Okay, so I have some questions. So, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you think EDS affects your best friend?
I know that she has had many surgeries, actually major surgeries, to help to help with her pain. And I see her go through this pain almost every single day. And I know she has good days and bad days. And good days, she's like her normal, upbeat, funny self. And then her bad days, she's kind of more quiet and she's in pain, and I can tell when she's in pain, and her face is also red. Yeah.
Whenever I'm in pain, my face gets really red.
I feel so like small back here because I'm just like
come up here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what are some of the questions you have?
Oh, okay. So if there's anybody watching this and their friends have EDS, what are some words of advice for them?
Well, I would say not to treat them, don't treat them any differently. Just treat them as your normal best friend. Just treat them like normally, like you normally would. Like, don't treat them any different just because they have EDS. Make sure you make them laugh because it can sometimes help with the pain. It usually does, unless she's like bad days and stuff.
On pain medicine.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm trying to see my face. Like, just let them know that you're here for them and stuff. But don't bring it up all the time. If you bring their pain up all the time, it can make it worse. So, yeah, it can make them feel worse and it makes them think about it more. So then that makes it worse. Yeah, okay. Be encouraging. Like, make sure you're there for them. Like, be encouraging. I guess, and be upbeat. I don't know. But just like encourage them to do their best and be the best person they could be, and encourage them to like. I keep on spitting. I'm like a llama. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm a llama. Like, learn. Actually, you better learn to love zebras because I'm wearing stripes already. But yeah, just learn to love zebras. There's a lot, and
because it helps you understand.
Yeah.
Like what you're going through, kind of. As I know it sounds weird, but it's helpful.
Yeah. And yeah, just learn to love zebras because I mean they're all over the place. Like.
Next question.
We don't have any more questions, or we haven't thought any, so think of one on the spot, please. Go ahead.
Yeah. Like, comment, share.
Yep. No, I'm not that petty.
So
I'm gonna snap Kaylee back out, and then I'm gonna explain some more stuff. You ready?
Smell you later. Peace out, y'all.
Smell you later.
Smell you later.
3, 2, 1. Okay. So I've had a few surgeries in my lifetime.
Your whole 13 years of life.
13 years. Almost 14. So about in, I think it was in April, right? March? It was in March. I have something called a CSF leak, which is more common with people that have EDS. And it's basically a hole in my spinal cord, which is leaking spinal fluid. And so that started around October. It started getting really bad around October 2017. And so I was in the hospital like every month for, just say like 2 weeks every month from October.
I'd say it was a week, like every other week. It was like you were there for a week.
Yeah. So I was in the hospital about every other week for a week each time for that, because they couldn't figure out what it was. There was one doctor that wanted to drill a hole in my head, which I'm glad we didn't do, because with our gut, it was hard for the next 5 months, I think. And we finally I was in the hospital again, and I went to a doctor that I've seen for a long time, and we said all of my symptoms, and he was like, that's a CSF leak. And our support group already said that it was that, and my mom was the one to actually figure it out. And then she asked the doctor, and he's like, yep. And so we tried to figure out where we could do the surgery to fix this, and we found out we didn't have to go straight to surgery, so we did something called a blood patch or a glue patch, and they just stick, it's a spinal tap, and they inject blood and glue into your spinal cord, and it I did the blood and glue patch, which worked for about 2 weeks, and then I felt a huge pop in my back. And with CSF leaks, you get a really bad headache in the back of your head, and you get a lot of back pain. And we found out that I had been leaking spinal fluid for 7 years, and we always thought that there's just, some doctors said it was in my head, some said that I was making it up, and there was others that believed me, but they couldn't figure out what it was. And in October 2017, they finally found it, and they did a total of 3 blood patches, which the first one helped with fiber glue. The first one helped for about 2 weeks. The second one the first one popped, so I had to go back and do it again. And then the second one lasted for about a week maybe, and then I had to go back and do it again because it popped again. And the third one lasted only 2 days, and my doctor, Dr. Malinzak, shout out to you. And he finally said that this wasn't gonna hold because of the EDS, and he said that I should go ahead and find out to start doing surgery. Here's a picture of me and him. You can see it.
He's an awesome guy.
Him and I, sorry. And he's really awesome. He's so sweet and stuff like that. And he listens to whatever you're saying. And so we wanted to see if we could do it in the state that we live in, but no doctor felt comfortable about doing this surgery on a kid. So we had to move to California for 3 months, and it was really complicated. It was really hard to leave school and all my friends and family, and my mom and my grandmother came with me. Luckily, we have cousins in California. Shout out to you guys. And we got to stay with them, and they were really awesome. And sent to this doctor in California, and his name was Dr. Shadink, and he specializes in dura surgeries, which is the sheath around your spinal cord. And this is him and I. Yeah. And he was really awesome too, because he listened, and we had to wait 2 more months from March to get a surgery date, and that was hard because the headaches were getting worse. And we finally got a surgery date. Was March 28th, 2018, and I was really excited because I knew that this was going to help. And so we went into the hospital. I had to wake up at 3:30 in the morning, and we got to the hospital. Shout out to Cedars-Sinai. And it was really scary because this is my first major surgery. And we got there at about maybe 5 o'clock, you said? About 5 o'clock, and we got checked in and everything, and I had to put a gown on and everything, and they came in, we had to sign paperwork and everything. Everything. And they got me my gown, and he got the IV in, and they gave me the happy medicine, so I wasn't as nervous when we were going back into the surgical room, or surgery room.
Yeah.
And they gave me the oxygen mask. I remember this part. And I saw the big white syringe tube, and they started pushing it in. And they were like, "Where's your happy place?" I was like, "Disneyland," because I couldn't think of anything else. And I remember he put the mask on. He was like, "Time to go to Disneyland." And I woke up about 4 hours later, and I was in a lot of pain, but my headaches were completely gone, which was definitely worth it. But I had a lot of back pain because they're cutting through everything. And I stayed in the hospital for about a week or so. And then I went back to my cousin's house that we were staying at. I was in a lot of pain. So they kept me on pain medicine, which was kind of helping, but not really. But all my headaches were still gone. which was really good. And we got to come home about a week later after the surgery, and I was so excited because I got to see my dogs, my guinea pig, my best friend, all my other friends, family, and my grandpa, which I hadn't seen him in 3 months, but I FaceTime and everything. Yeah. And so he picked us up from the airport, and I was really excited to see him. And then we were on the way home. We got some McDonald's, and we pulled up to the house, and he opened the garage, and a whole bunch of people were in there with a lot of signs like "Welcome Home, Allie" and stuff like that, which meant a lot. And I got to see my dog, and my guinea pig was there too. And then after seeing everybody and everything like that, I got to come home, and I just remember being so happy, which this was about 5 months ago, and I hadn't had any headaches since then, except about maybe 3 weeks ago. The headaches started again, and the back pain got a lot worse, and we called the doctor that had done the patches, and about 3 days ago we went back up there, and he did 3 blood patches instead of 1, and now I have no headaches, so hopefully these will hold and I won't have to go what I've been through already again. And I want to thank all my friends and family for all the support, and I'm glad that I am starting YouTube and I can bring awareness to EDS and everything else. And yeah. And I'm also starting this YouTube channel because, first of all, I want to bring awareness. Second of all, I love you guys watching me. And I just want, if there's one person that just found out they have EDS, or 2 or 3, I want to make a purpose of having you guys understand what I'm going through, but you might also be going through this too. I also want to show everybody EDS does not have to define you. You can be happy, you can be funny, you can be running at one point, you can be in a wheelchair or a walker or anything at points, but you can always be you. And that's the real reason I'm doing this. So I hope you guys have a good day or a good night or whatever. And I'll catch you next time.